The day is Friday, 19th September 2025. Let's do the crossword. Okay, let's see if I can find some easy wins here. So this could be soy, could be oats, too many options there. 1 of 4 for a bat or a cat. 1 of 4. Let me think about that. Word of approval in French and Spanish. See, I would think C, but obviously that's not long enough. Could be CC, sometimes they do that. No, because this is nog. A nutmeg flavoured quaff is known as nog, I'm pretty sure. I've never had eggnog before in my life, but that's my understanding of what it is, some sort of nutmeg flavoured something. So then a word of approval? No. With it, not sure. Zac Efron was in the Iron Claw. Okay, we're getting somewhere here. Ribbed silk material. I feel like I should know that, but I don't. Nothing comes to mind. So my strategy here is just figure out what's something that immediately comes to mind first of all. So for example, Jorge Luis Borges. That one I just know. I think I know. By which I mean it immediately sprung to mind. I didn't have to think about it too much. So that's what I'm looking for in this first pass. Just things where I don't have to think about it at all. And that helps me with some of the fills. Apt rhyme for fire, pyre, I think. Let's go with pyre. A birthplace would be a pier, I reckon, because it begins with P. So that's already helped me there. John, not sure. Oh, I mean, it could be Lou. It could be Lou. Usually if it's Lou, they mention that it's a British phrasing. So I'll leave it out for now and keep it in my back pocket. AL East team. I mean, this could be could be anyone, to be honest. Word in an Italian veal dish. Veal, I can't think of what an Italian veal dish might be. She's the Man, I believe, was inspired by 12th Night. Let's see, does that help me at all with these crossing ones down here? So, according to experiments, they can't sleep in space. So, sleep in quotation marks, I mean, suggests something. I'm not sure what it suggests. There'll be something about that. Ordered clubs, not sure. A 4-point scale. 4-point scale, would that be GPAs? Because you get a GPA out of 4, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, let's go with that. The A, that would be arts in STEAM, which is science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. Right? They're just throwing everything in that in that acronym now. It used to be STEM. Pulitzer Prize winning graphic novel. That's Mouse, which, geez, that's heavy. Check it out if you haven't, but be ready. Let it all out in a way. Not sure. Way out in space, lower than, on a score? Oh, lower than being, lower than meaning on a score. So score, I think, has something to do with music. So we might be talking about sheet music here. Not 100% sure though. It smiles on the frowning night. Let's say the moon. The moon could frown. It smiles on the frowning night. I can't remember what I just said. It might be picked up from a trip to the beach. That would be sand. Okay, this northeast corner is helping me out here quite a bit. That'd be Una Chaplin, who I know really just from crosswords at this point. Concerning, not too sure what could be that. Oh, I'll come back to that. 51st Dates or 500 Days of Summer, they're rom-coms. Pretty hefty rom-coms. They're kind of rom-drams, to be honest. I didn't know there was a Moulin Rouge in 1952. How about that? All right, this, because I've got the first and last letter. A double might get you some, for short. Runs? No. Could be RBIs. Oh, for short, yes, RBIs. Thankfully, I've recently got into baseball, so that makes the crossword actually significantly easier than it used to be. Thanks, New York. Um, no thank you to the New York Mets, who I've... let's not talk about the Mets. Reader's Digest. Book something. Book review? No. Added on, tacked on, perhaps? See, now I'm not so sure. Concerning, in re. In re. Mourn, smiles on the frowning night. Hey, well, I accidentally got most of those letters right. Usually they they mess you around a lot more than that. Tolerate. There's a word on the tip of my tongue that I can't quite reach yet, but I'll come back to that. Salutation from mass email, like hi all, or something like that. Let's go with that. Pull up target, sorry. That works out your lats, I'm pretty sure pull-ups do. In tandem, not sure. 1 of 4 for a bat or a cat. Paws, perhaps? No, bats don't have paws. What are you talking about? But they do have claws. So let's go with claws. Let's try that. But then done. I think in French, so FR here means French. I would have said fini, but then I don't actually know French, so I'll leave that. I'll leave it out. So Memorial Coliseum, this would be some sort of stadium, perhaps in a university, and so they're asking for the name of a team that plays at this place that I've never heard of. Let's come back to that. Classic lunchbox staple. PB and J, perhaps? PB and J does fit. Claw I was never that convinced of, so I'll get rid of it. PB and J, jointly, in tandem, joint, perhaps, is what could go here. The J does help. I'm sure it's got something to do with joining. So I'll leave that there for now. Feeling pretty good about it. Mary Seymour, perhaps? That sounds like the type of name for a person who would marry King Henry VIII. I'll leave that in because it's one of those names, Engage in magniloquence. Lie? I've never heard that word, magniloquence. I think it's got something to do with speaking. Eloquence being the art of rhetoric, I suppose. Magniloquence being bad at speaking, perhaps. Not sure. Let's see if there's any that will come to me beyond what I've seen so far. Lead into stratus or cumulus. So this is referring to clouds, I believe. Lead into, so it would be a prefix of, because I always think of like nimbus, perhaps. That doesn't fit. I don't know what protects the brain, handling things. It could be on it, as in I'm handling things, I'm on it, that could work because then this would be oat milk. Something ending in A makes sense for what would be a Latin, what I expect is a Latin term. O does make sense. All right, I'm feeling good about oat. I'm feeling good about on it. We'll leave that for now. So bud could be pal. It could be pal, meaning buddy old pal. So I'll leave that for now. Take over, adopt, perhaps. Oh, and then this could be alto. Alto, stratus, alto, cumulus. Makes sense to me. I'm not sure why, but it does. Okay. Ancient creepy crawlies. Trilobites. Yes, thank you for that word existing in my brain. Trilobites. This one, I think it's you either know or you don't, and I don't. Fly me to the moon, though. It's not in quotes, and fly me to the moon. Lunar something. Yes. And I guess Dura Mater. Why not? Pal, and then, oh, goodness me. Memorial Coliseum athlete. Maybe it's not Mary. Because I feel like, Trojan. Trojan. I reckon Coliseum. I mean, it's kind of mixed metaphors here, but because then this could be Jane. Jane is also an old-fashioned name, so I'm happy. I'm happy to change that now. Trojan, I'm feeling pretty good about. 1 of 4 for a bat or a cat. Still don't really know. Like hand. I don't think. No, it's not hand. You may have learned your timetables by rote. Gotcha. So then fly me to the moon like a lunar. The P is really throwing me off here. Because I would have thought like lunar lander or lunar flight, something along those lines. Well, it wouldn't be flight because the word fly being in the clue. I'll come back to that. Engage in magniloquence. I'll have to come back to that. Provide that crucial spark for. Oh, provide that crucial, like, Tinder? I see an IN and that's making me think of Tinder, but it doesn't begin with a letter and then IN, so not convinced there. A ribbed silk material. I might not even know this word, to be honest. The other thing with Fridays, there's no theme, so it's not always the case that solving something, say, down here in the southeast is going to help me with the northwest. Each clue stands more or less on its own. Okay, right. Editor's marking. This is another crossword-ese one that I only know from doing crosswords. Stet apparently means when an editor wants you to not change something. I have no idea when that is used. I've never seen it anywhere outside of a crossword, but it helps me in this case. So, on the newsstand. Out, perhaps? As in it's out, it's been released, perhaps? Not feeling super... Yes, now I am convinced because ordered clubs would be a royal flush. Referring to the poker hand here. They're all clubs and they're all in order. Royal flush. Okay. Oh, hello. Big old teddy bear. Some sort of giant. Giant something. Big old teddy bear. That's okay. I'm happy that I was able to get giant out of that. Throws out. Could be repels. I don't love that cluing for that word. For some reason, that's not how I conceptualize repulsion. Like a throwing out. It's more of a like blocking from going in, I would say. But that's irrelevant right now because I'm fairly sure that's the answer, repels. Still doesn't help me with that silk material, which again I'm fairly sure I simply don't know that word, whatever it happens to be. We'll see if that turns out to be the case. All right, freeze. Like it could be turns something, turns loose perhaps. That does fit. Turns loose. Does that mess anything up with the crossing clues? Not really. Oh, maybe this one. U and O in that order very rarely happens in the English language. However, osso buco is an Italian dish. I didn't know it was made of veal, but it does fit. So now AL East team. So AL, the American League, so we're referring to baseball. Are we referring to baseball? Do they do the same structure in NFL? I'm not 100% sure. The O does kind of... Oh, hang on. Boston. I could be the Boston Red Sox here. Yes. Okay, no, turns loose I'm happy with because here the UO very rarely happens in the English language, but does happen in the word boy or buoy, as the Americans say. And it does have a speed limit on it. You can't go beyond a certain speed in the harbour, in whatever you happen to be. So John was Lou, I'm fairly certain. Yo-yos can't sleep in space. I assume sleep is some sort of... I have no idea. What does that mean? Is that a trick that you can do with a yo-yo? Put it to sleep? A spirited sort, barfly. Okay, someone who gets into the spirits. Okay, great, great. Things are moving along here. Oh, goodness me, it's 15 minutes already. I thought I was doing pretty well, but look, Fridays are tough. Fridays are always tough. I'm doing a lot better than I expected, given the caliber of this particular Friday. I personally wouldn't boast about that. So sometimes I can just like unlock these for some reason, and it just works. All right. I personally wouldn't boast about that. I feel like the BU is the start of a word. Burst? No. I keep that to myself. Keep that under wraps. Keep wanting to start it with the word keep, but obviously that doesn't fit. Declaration that might come from a bluffer. I mean, they could say all in. No. Let's try. Oh, I don't think I ever really looked at these across. Oh, how did I miss all of these? Sorry. Car whose name means listen in Latin. Audi. Okay, I didn't know that's what it meant, but it makes sense. Auditory. A wrap dress sari. Oh, goodness me, this southwest corner, there's actually quite a lot here I could have got, I think. Quickly assembles with up. Assembles. So my first thought was rips up, but that's not how you assemble something. I'll have to come back to that. Stevens, who won the 2017 US Open. Now, I think that's golf. Because I'm fairly certain it's not tennis, right? Because if it was the men's, the name would be, Djokovic or Nadal or something like that. Not Stevens. Stevens with an L? Maybe it's not. Maybe it wasn't Louis. It was the first thing that came to mind because SL, because it would be a first name, right? Whose first name begins with SL? I can't really think of any right now. So I'll put that back in my back pocket. The Louis. Gotcha. I'm in, perhaps? No. I see. Okay, yeah, it could be I see. Okay, yeah. I raise is what the bluffer would say. Yes. Okay, that helps. All right, so maybe it was Luis. I'll leave it. I still can't think of what a name would be. Like Sloan? Is that a name? I feel like some people have that name. In which case we're talking about LPGA, I suppose, rather than... Okay, quickly assembles... See, rips up, like... That's not how you assemble something. Rids up, rims up, rigs up? Oh, yeah, yeah, let me quickly rig something up. That makes sense. A little of this, a little of that. That would be a... Oops, I don't know why I put a D there. It would be a hodgepodge. Great. Things are happening. Things are moving. I like it. He says, right before I'm sure I'm about to get absolutely nailed. Bring the receipts for, as they say. See, I would have thought... prove. Prove does fit. For a moment there, I thought prove had two O's, but obviously it doesn't. Bring the receipts. Prove. British spots. Ending in verts. Revert. I mean, what does that have to do with British? All right, let's give this one another crack. I've got a couple more crossings now for 44 across. I personally wouldn't boast about that. See, EI is really throwing me off. Again, something that happens quite rarely in the English language. Yeah. No. Finance. Bankroll. Pay for. What if it is R? No. Yeah, I spoke too soon. I'm really struggling now to add any more. Biker role in the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I really have no idea. I didn't know there was a biker in that film. With it. So, something it's, no, not too sure. Not with it. Unhip or like, not with it. And it's so long as well. This is going to be an entire phrase, I expect. Tolerate. Oh, thank goodness. Abide. I was able to get something. Garbo? No, that doesn't fit. Moulin Rouge co-star, 1952. Who's like of that era? I would think of like Grace Kelly, Greta Garbo. Bogey. But, yeah, no, not too sure. Let it all out in a way. Emit, but, not emit is not long enough. Let it all out. No. So abide does give me another crossing with 25 across. Let's see if that helps. Not with it. Nope. Have another think about this one. 1 of 4 for a bat or a cat. Bat. What do bats and cats have in common? They have whiskers, they have fur, they have, I assume they have claws. Do bats have claws? I suppose so. They don't have hands, they don't have, bats don't have paws, they are both mammals. Goodness me, I'm probably overthinking it, like it could be something else entirely, to be honest. That's what Fridays are all about, tricking me specifically. Develop over time. Restore something? Could that be develop over time? Could this be talking about like photos developing? Restore? No. Provide that crucial spark for, let's try 6 down. Have I got anything more? Goodness me. All right, maybe I can give 14 across another try. Lunar pool, no. Fly me to the moon. Lunar, See, all I can think of are like lunar mission, lunar rover. No, that doesn't. Rote, I'm fairly certain is correct. PB and J, it is. I'm almost certain is correct. So it won't be lunar rover, even though it does fit. Lunar program. Lunar program doesn't fit either. I mean, what do I mean either? It doesn't fit. Lunar probe. Lunar probe, perhaps. It could be lunar probe. I'll leave that in for now. I'm not 100% convinced, but I'll leave it there for now. All right. Then I'll come back. And see if that helps with 6 down. Provide that crucial spark for, because that could be bring. Fang. Do cats have fangs? I suppose they do have fangs, yes. Unlike dogs, I think cats are purely carnivorous, I think. Never owned a cat. Fang, great. I'm feeling good about Fang. I'm feeling good about bring, because it got me Fang. Provide that crucial spark for bring. If I keep saying it, it'll come to me, right? Provide that crucial spark for bring inspiration. Bring. Oh goodness. No, it's not coming to me. And then magniloquence. I mean, again, this could be one of those false friends where I think it's got something to do with eloquence or the opposite of eloquence, but it's actually something else, but I don't know. But 8 down, look, I've got 2/3 of this word, but for some reason it just doesn't help. Because BE, like, what? Abe? Abe? Finn? I don't know what that would have to do with the word Finn. At this point, I really just don't want to think about 8 down because, I mean, it could well be something that I just don't understand. It could also be something that could be the key to unlocking this whole thing. Engage in magniloquence, 6 across. Engage in magniloquence. Oh, goodness. Brim. Brick. Briss. Ugh. Alright, what happens if I put an R there? B-R-R. No. No. So that tells me that this probably doesn't begin with an R. Does it begin with a D? Brod? Brad? No. Yeah, I mean, could it begin with a vowel? Not really. It's not like A, E, O, E, I, E. Like, words don't start like that in English. So it wouldn't start with a vowel. It's got to be some sort of... It's going to be a consonant. C? No. Engage in magniloquence. Goodness me. Now I'm starting to question whether it is bring, whether 6 down starts with bring, or... But, okay, what else could it be, right? Fring, gring, gringo, bring, ring, perhaps? But I can't see what that could do with the clue provide that crucial spark for. Because provide and bring are synonyms. I think I'll keep that. So this I feel will have to be a vowel, whether that's an A or an E or an O. Perhaps a Y, O-B-E. A U, ube? Ube, perhaps? Why do I know that word, ube? Oh, I think that's a Filipino something. Maybe I'll leave the U there for now, even though I don't like it. Just because I need to move on here. Engage in magniloquence, brut, brew, oopsie doodle. What have I just done? Brew, EBE. I don't know what EBE could be. And what would have to do with the word Finn. But West for develop over time. Goodness gracious me, this is really doing my head in. I'll just have to move on. I gotta go somewhere else. British spots, culverts, British spots, could it mean, I don't know what it could mean actually. No, I don't know. Diverts, what does that have to do with British? So this could be an L. So what makes sense to come after an F, right? So L, so most consonants are out. Ouvert? No, that's clearly not British. I don't think quite makes sense. So if this is a vowel, this spot right here, then this may well be a consonant, and then I have to consider what consonants make sense after an R. Because I don't think it would be 2 vowels. The only kind of combo that makes sense is OU, but ouvert, like that's specific, like that's an extremely not British word. Some might even say it's French. If it's anything at all, I don't know if such a word exists in French. Falor. What about A? Adverts. Goodness me, it's adverts. Advertisements. Spots meaning ads. Great. All right, I'll take that. I don't love it, but I'll take it. I personally wouldn't boast about that. No. This EI is really kind of confusing me. I'm fairly convinced they're correct. I raise, hodgepodge, Efron. Efron I'm 100% certain of. Adverts now I'm very convinced of. But what sort of... So this must be obviously a consonant, but which one? Weird. Oh, weird flex, but okay. Oh, yes, weird flex, but okay. And I was right to have a problem with repels because it's actually expels. Very good. Wow. I didn't expect it. But I love it. That's great. That's great. All right, Reader's Digest. Perhaps that helps now because now I've got some of these down here. So it begins in RT, ends in RT. Book, club, book, a digest, something that a bookworm would read, I suppose, to do with reading, perhaps. No, nothing quite there yet. What about 29 down? Lower than on a score. Now again, I think this is going to be some Italian musical phrase that may well end in TTO, perhaps. If it does, let it all out emits. No, because then what would this be? Learning center. Learning center. I mean, it wouldn't be... I mean, nothing ends in SSK. No word ends like that. And let it all out, not lets it all out as well, suggests that it wouldn't end in an S. Could it end in a TH? No. All right, perhaps, I mean, this could be an S. This could be an S. Rusto, lusto, something. Esto. No, I'll have to come back to that. Learning center. Goodness. Way out in space. No. All right, let's see if this area over here, center west, has anything more for me now that I've got weird flex. Finance. Endow. I dig it. In which case the biker role may well be Eddie. Oh, Finny. I had Finny. I had it. I should have kept it because that's what works. With it. In on it. Great. Word of approval. Bien. Oh, bien. Gotcha. Not with it. Behind the times. Great. Starting to come together. Bring to life is provide that crucial spark for. I was correct that 40 across is a word I've never seen before because I still don't know what it is. Big old teddy bear, gentle giant. Great. I dig it. Gabor? Yeah, Zsa Zsa Gabor. Right. I always forget about her because I don't think I've actually seen any of her films. It's something I must fix. Develop over time, restate, develop over time. Well, you wouldn't... Restate doesn't make sense. Bestate? Gestate. Magniloquence, as in being magnanimous. Bragging. Gotcha. Finn, Abe, I don't know. I don't want to think about that. I'll leave it. Book resort. Book report. Okay, yes. I like that. Book report. Way out in space. Only 3 letters beginning with P. Not sure. Lower than on a score. Set. Let it all out. Emote. Okay, let your emotions out. Learning center could be a desk. In which case, a way out, perhaps, is a pod. So it is. Oh, it was looking very tough there. I actually wasn't sure if I'd be able to do this one. Um, I do challenge myself not to use clues. I never use the what do you call this, life preserver, because it feels wrong, and also it ruins my streak. I want to keep my streak going. That was good. That was a solid, chewy, lovely, fun solve. None of them were particularly aggravating apart from Abe, but honestly, if three letters are the only ones that really don't make any sense, then that's better than some other ones that I've seen. Um, Overall, pretty good solve, pretty good. Look, the time is actually not that great. I feel like ordinarily a Friday I can do it in 25 minutes, but I appreciate a nice solve like this. I'll take it. Thank you very much. That's Friday, September 19th, 2025, New York Times crossword.